much. We've seen last mount for Alter Ego. They were whipping out the Yoru. Now it's the Vice with the Neon together. And this is going to make this game even more exciting. You guys are tuning on in to the second series here. MYSG versus Indonesia. And by this point, this guy's having those bleed veterans reinforcing the roster. Sure, we're gonna miss Grumble a lot. Juicy moving over to a different region also, but this DSG team still meaning business and are ready now to defend a map that they've succeeded in multiple times already.
On the other hand, if Alter Ego take Bind, then that is gonna be a statement and a half. Although I feel like it would be fair to say that Alter Ego could be DSG's biggest challenge as of late. Again, not to discredit the other teams, but once again, Alter Ego, a very storied org and a very strong roster nonetheless. But look how far they've already infiltrated the B-sides.
Yeah, I mean, Alter Ego always so close to make it to the international scene, even winning out a region as strong as Indonesia back in split number 1. It was 3-2 with Boom taking that grand finals. Why we didn't see AE defending Indonesia itself back in Ascension 2024. Alrighty, spikes planted. Nokia quite low in HP. Wayne though walking to that one, but Wayne just tanks the bullets anyway, and DSG gets the first pick. Valden though trying to get over onto the corner. Vera putting the contact on, but Godlin instead gets a double. Chud there in position too, and Chud being that contact point now. Wayne with the push alongside Styron. 2v2. A tin can hold and Gotten and Ray 4C trying to work in tandem, buying time. Styron though up close. Wayne just has to stick the defense by this point, and Ray 4C getting up close and personal. AE find the clutch in the end, and they'll take the pistol.
Strong start here by Alter Ego and DSG. Had a few plans up in mind, but just couldn't really will it into existence here. Also, a few unfortunate exchanges with the Classic. Sometimes you get that 3K by Sephiroth from the previous series, and sometimes you just see those stumbles that we saw very, very recently. You see the dink, but the damage just doesn't add up. Either way, Alter Ego purchasing up all that they can, and DSG being very conservative with their buy.
Alter Ego, a strong preheat at the start. And we said it a while ago, playing out this Vice Neons together, they have to be cooking if they're willing to challenge TSG on Bind. Trailblazer though set on up. Darion just watching that eagerly, gets the tag on Ray 4C too. And of course Ray 4C, very notable for his movement on those duelist agents. Speaking of Vera, also trying to get back in action. Trailblazer into play. Naki already pinging the potential contact. The market push here from DSG, and they found 2 already! Vera making his presence known, but Ray 4C has the signature judge, and here he goes. Many players in front of him. It's Chud and Goten getting the kills. Crazy guy hit through the smoke, and AE will get their second.
Pretty decent round on them. They did lose the token too on the anti-eco. Now we are gonna go for that full buy round here on the side of Disguised. They're not too far from the overdrive, which this has been a point that's been brought up even in the previous series. This ultimate is so much value for what it is. I feel like the only thing, or rather the only ultimate that could rival this type of value is when Jet's knives used to be 6 orbs.
Yeah, it's just effectively a game changer into a round, right? A weapon that can be used in the pinch. And Vera, his first game in VCTC, he wasn't available last series, I believe, and DSG did field the sub. Kimmy, if I remember correctly. So a great showing from him too. DSG in this position, thanks to the efforts of their 6-man. But the main duelist that has brought DSG to the international stage, looking to find impact now, 1 away from the ult as you mentioned, but the trip bar setups here from Darion too.
Will it actually catch anybody is the question. It is set in an awkward spot, but they managed to dodge most of the attacks, so Darion is going to be very comfy here.
Oh, crazy guy looking to put Theorem into practice. Strong pick to start things off. Wingman Dizzy also getting the intel here. Whoa. And Darion tries to go for the mowdown, but Ray 4C just outmaneuvers him. Styron here comes on in through the fast lane. Oh, Vera! He ends up teleporting! Now DSG temporarily down a man. It will be Crazy Guy and Wayne just biding their time
player
instead.
standing.
Bear should be back in action. Wayne's there to get the pick anyway. Chud though, unseen. Neural theft is the play. Vera
Oh my
tried to play
goodness.
protector, but Chud's got a second with a fade away. Second dig, and a third kill to him. The clutch for Chud. And Alter Ego steal that one away to win the bonus.
Many faces of Alter Ego, but all of them winners. In the face of adversity, we have Chud to thank for that clutch. I gotta say, like you said, DSG, they've had a lot of crazy comebacks on this map, but not everyone has to be a comeback.
If they're gonna put themselves in a position, we're here for entertainment. But right now, Alter Ego in cruise control here, Raph. Not only did they get the bonus, they pick up the guns. They're good to go again, and they have the orbital strike in a pinch. The flash comes on in. Crazy Guy and Wayne can't push, and this is gonna be one thing to dissuade any aggression from the defense. They'll raise their bind to get the catch whenever it can.
Smoke's down.
Does it snag anything in its traps? No, not yet. As Alter Ego, they know that they are going to be slight weapon disadvantage here. They do have orbital to buy them some space, and as well as overdrive if Ray 4C needs that extra range. But what type of world would it be if it wasn't Ray 4C without the judge?
Yeah, Ray 4C is gonna use that gun as much as he can, and it's effectively a boon for Alter Ego in terms of economy. Now smokes come on out, and Ray 4C does Ray 4C things. Crazy Guy falls, Alter Ego with the plant.
Spike planted.
Once again, it's going to be that much more difficult with the pistols in hand. Maybe not a likely round to win for DSG, but at the very least, they could just damage the economy a little bit. This is a big investment by Vera. A lot of confidence on him too.
He's sending it, but all the flashes in the world will hit him. You have the guiding light, you have the arc crows, and what do you see? Only your demise. Wayne plays towards the backside now. The rest of DSG make their way onto the objective itself. Valdido playing patiently. Ray 4C in the back line has closed the distance. Has found even more targets, and the rest of AE will clean up house. A flawless fourth round here for the Indonesian squad.
DSG don't want to get toasted this early on. If there's one thing I appreciate about the Neon patch, it's really bringing out a lot of the content Limelight as well. Like, it's making everybody kind of play a more open meta, but look at this. Strong army is Alter Ego towards A.
Yeah, that's a 3 lamps clear. AE make their way onto A side. Crazy Guy though able to stabilize Vera too. Finding the picks, and Darion getting on the board. Now the Bleed Boys finding impact. They also got the intel too. And Darion, there he finally is. Seeker now into play. Chud all alone, can't find the clutch. And Darion, that technical pause was the alarm clock ringing. He's found his form, and he's found the one for DSG.
Important round for DSG here. They don't want to get shut out on one of their more storied maps. Alter Ego still have most of their ultimates intact here. Gun did burn out that orbital just for the classic bind play, really. And so far, their economy is still not at a point where it's gonna break if they lose a round. However, they have to be careful. DSG, they're slowly finding the rhythm. Like you mentioned, the Bleed duo, now the DSG duo, slowly ramping it up.
Yeah, I mean, he picked up the tag anyway. DSG Darion, name says it all. But Alter Ego will not give it a goose here, my friend. They still want to try and put pressure onto that A site. Darion, though, has been setting up his tripwires and his camera well for any kind of neon entry. Crazy Guy there for the helping hand, too. Oh.
Gets rid of that.
There.
And that might actually alarm DSG to rotate. And that it does. I don't know if Alter Ego want to commit to this.
Yeah, fast lane set up. DSG did push towards B, but here we have it, a 1-for-1. Darion finally followed by Gotten. And Vera has to break
Spike
the Seekers
planted.
along the way. Stalls a bit. That's enough time for AE to get the plant going. Bench position as we set up the smokes. Chud now also looking for lamps control. And here comes the sheer Crazy Guy. Trying to find an angle to trigger it. There you go. The wall is up for the time being. Stalling even more time for Alter Ego. This is a beautiful orbital strike. Value from Wayne as he cooks up a storm. Chud's cooked. Fountain's gone. Wayne found 3, and DSG will get their second.
What a play by Wayne here. Puts on the cowl and maybe dogs the shadow of the bat here as Alter Ego were stunned. I'm not sure how that transpired, but Alter Ego, what could have they done in that situation anyway?
Nothing. They're dead. If you play lamps like that, you're kinda dead, and that might have been a bit of a... how do you say this? It's just something that AE might have forgotten. Orbital Strike wins games, guys. That's why you play Brimstone Unbind.
That's true. That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, this is not the first example this day has provided us with. Earlier, we saw that delay from the last series, and now we just saw it against Sizzle. 2 players on the side of Alter Ego. Now, Alter Ego slightly slipping, but Ray 4C still keeping up the speed.
There.
Yeah, with that hastiness, they find a way to, of course, control the orbs as we've seen. But, on the other hand, DSG, they take the other orb, they go for the push towards Fountain. We saw this in the last round, actually. And if this keeps up, these guys might have a good read on what Alter Ego wants to do. You have more of the force going towards short this time around, especially Ray 4C alongside Valdin. Crazy guy, gonna get stunned on up. Ray 4C up close with the Phantom! And here comes the Shorty! The control is nasty! And Alter Ego find the 2 to open up A.
Planted. There.
The man with the 12 gauge always succeeds in a CQC fight. A 3v5. DSG have a lot on their plate. Maybe a lot
Gotta go.
to handle here. Bear is still very much healthy, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know which angles he's gonna get shot from.
It's tough. The crossbars being set. Valdin even finding Wayne along the way, and DSG. There might be the call to go for the save. Look at that sheer setup. You cross that wall, you're trapped and you're dead. No way to find any success into the round, and this is a strike for Alter Ego here, Raph. Post plant is where they truly will shine.
I like the way that Alter Ego are now maneuvering this. It seems that they found the crux of their problem, which was some of their entries here, because quite frankly, Darion is such a problematic player to fight against, because you know how sharp he is, and his decision making is pretty good. I mean, you don't necessarily see him overstay his lurks or stay in a spot for too long as a Cypher, and that being like one of the main factors of being survivable, Alter Ego have real issues to deal with. But look at this. Steel Garden is available for Valdin. Now this guys have to be a bit more careful with that.
I mean, Alter Ego is doing a really good job allowing Ray 4C to get in there and effectively isolating some of these fights just to pull out on the Shorty. So nasty. DSG looking to make the same play again, but you said it a while ago, Steel Garden, something you noticed there, Raph?
Valdin's lamp is so bright. It's completely unrelated to the game, but it's so bright.
No, it's okay. If you notice it, I care. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings matter. But the arc rose will matter too. And Ray 4C will not matter now. Wayne disintegrates him there quickly. It's time for the Steel Garden. And it's time for those primaries to be jammed. But Farah has found one more. And DSG put a stop to the Alter Ego push.
Ooh, just enough time to burn for the weapons to come back online for DSG. Now Alter Ego have somewhat funneled themselves here. If Barrett does get found, then this could be a problem. But no, it's Styron doing work.
Brother, this is a prison, and Alter Ego are trying to find the key. Valdin, the one! Setting up the prison break. But Farah still waiting. The Warden on the side. The flash, though, gets the intel to Farah! Finds Nakia. Valdin, the last man standing. But it is all falling apart for Alter Ego. Valdin needs to be the hero here, needs the ace just to win it for AE now. But Wayne and Crazy Guy disciplined on their hold. Wayne, no! Out in the open! But Crazy Guy, he finds the trade anyway, and that's 4 for Valdin, but then the round goes DSG's way.
Oh my goodness, imagine if Valdin actually had enough bullets for that. That
So
would have been
close.
crazy. Yeah, and he had no info to work with, so you know, a lot of people will probably say, what if he just ran A? But he wasn't even sure if somebody was still trying to go for the backstab. So maybe that's why he wanted to fight that 1v1. And you saw how confident he was pulling out his knife just to get that plant down. But now Alter Ego, this lead is slowly but surely getting trimmed down, sheared down, perhaps.
I mean, some good calls here from DSG in that last round. Exactly why you have these veterans, especially Crazy Guy, being the voice of reason here for the NYSG squad. Darion, no! Darion, there he is again! Take a bow, why don't you? because you are the star of the show here, my friend. A flawless there as DSG quickly dispatch AE.
I was about to write some notes down, but yeah, you have to time out after you get absolutely destroyed that way. That's actually crazy. But what I find interesting is, I get it. You wanna trade for your teammates. You want to get at least value off that pick, but they were not in a position where they could double swing or just get the numbers advantage on the sole defender. So maybe that was a really, really stubborn decision by Alter Ego to still challenge. I mean, they had the rest of the map to work and the rest of the time of the round to really play around with.
No, I mean, I agree with you. A little too forced by Alter Ego, and that's why they're calling for the timeout right now. We've seen 2 rounds in this game effectively won by Darion, and Darion alone, he just decides, okay, my turn, my time. Some smiles still for AE, but DSG has crawled their way back here, Rap. We are getting a closer game again.
Not every game has to be a comeback is what I'm saying. But DSG is making a strong case on why Alter Ego made a mistake on picking Bind. But it is a little too early to call which way this map is going to go. Darion, with all his efforts, will have Neural Theft available. Chud has it too. But this time around, Alter Ego going for just a very light buy on majority of their players.
This might be one thing to contend with here for AE. Ray 4C braving through the mosh pit though, and here he comes to be shut down. Crazy guy has found the method to the madness. He won't fall for it again. And Nakia is taking the last position. A quick blitz here from AE. But DSG have the numbers and the guns. Stem Beacon being set on up. Nakia up close now, picking up the judge where it left off. Real Theft though. For the intel, Vera. He's the one who gets seen by Vera, but Chud in danger! And a slide for style. DSG now make their way onto the site. AE, they're doing a good job at least to buy for a bit of time. Not for long though. Val and Nakia both to fall. Styron get the double up there. And what can Gotham do? No utility left. The rest of DSG to deal with. 1, 2, even passes of 3, 4! That got way too close. That got way too close, but crazy guy did his duty. And Darion finishes it off to tie it up.
This game is insane. This game is actually so crazy. It's painful. There's so many highlights in the first half alone that I feel like a lot of those highlight makers are gonna have a field day with this one. And with that, Gon has actually found a happy bonus with his orbital strike back online.
That may be a win for DSG, but they might be scratching their heads after that one. They're like, guys, that was it! How did 4 of us die? Opto in hand, and Vera and Siren are erased from existence. The speed of AE, unrelenting as per usual, and here they come yet again! There is no stopping the AE train. Sure, you break the locomotive, that is Ray 4C! But the rest of Alter Ego have run over DSG now. Darion, can he do it again? The bird in the way, the guiding light with the flash! And Alter Ego, they do the damage already. Darion, a bullet should do him in. This smoke is taking way too long. That's what Brimstone's all about. But yeah, DSG, it's tough here, man.
I feel like today has just been why you should pick Brimstone on Bind.
Yeah. What team didn't play Brimstone and Bind today, Raph? Hey, but they won the game, right? Right?
They won the battle, but did they win the war?
That's true. That's true. And you know, this battle has been amazing too. I told you this day would be a banger. I told you that we were gonna have some incredible games. And we got one of the closest a while ago. Now we're seeing absolute
round before the switch.
amazement. Yeah, it's like sometimes the audacity of these players, right, to do the things that they do, and Alter Ego is the best case for it. 4 ultimates coming into the last round of the first half.
I feel like if I could do the comparisons a little bit of justice, the first map was, if it was boxing, it's 2 very technical boxers, right? This one just feels like it's a bunch of power punches. 1 haymaker. Yeah. That's all we need.
Let's see now. So it's been a weigh-in, man, coming into the first half. But speaking of a weigh-in, Ray 4C is looking for it. Has the overdrive in his hands. Judge also, as per usual. Or bacon and okay, Alter Ego, we see you. 5 ults, 5 well-kitted players.
No.
Throw everything you can at them. Might as well, right?
I just realized how well steel guarded and overdrive mesh because that's probably the worst set of weapons you can use to deal with the neon ult.
Oh, the Trill Guardian's used, but the Orbital Strike from Wayne will dissuade the push. Now we go over onto the A side, and the overdrive gonna be here. Primary's at the ready, but Styron isn't, and Chud already finds the first. Vera missing the mark, and there's no fighting Valding in that position. Here we go with the overrun. DSG, a line drawn in front of them, and AE will get the plant.
Spike planted.
Still gets crossed here. Alter Ego. Happy 5 versus 2 situation for them as Darion and Wayne might just have to dig as deep as possible to just maybe make this a possible round.
One enemy remaining.
They don't necessarily have enough to save, and you know Darion's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, and there's no point saving anyway. Last round of the first half, AE decided to play Valorant today, guys. They threw everything they had, and it's led to the flop pause. All 5 alive at the end of the first half. Alter Ego with a bit of a lead here. Yet, they're playing double Sentinel effectively. Now on the defense, things looking better for the Indonesian squad. DSG need the bunker bus and find a way in.
They definitely have to find heavy weapons to really punch through here. Despite my confusion with their jerseys, I think their clothing line is really, really nice. That's just a passing thought, guys. But going back, right?
Not sponsored.
Not sponsors. I wish I was sponsored.
Uh-huh.
But we go back to the point, right, Dax, where they play a really traditional lineup versus now suddenly a really different team just because of that Vice. Because like you said, it's essentially double Sentinel here, so it makes this defending side that much more difficult to break through.
Yeah, so you see that rectangle on the minimap? That is the no-no zone. Because if you cross it and don't jump peek, you're kind of just dead. And that is all I have to contribute right now.
It's fine. That's what Vice is. Oh, they walked into my trap.
Okay, that's cool. Now they're stuck there. They're gonna go instead towards the tripwire. Chud actually playing into shower. They go for the push. Nice concuss. A second stun! And Vera just earth-shattering in that situation. It's an Echo Slam and a half. As a double comes DSG's way. Darion, though, finding Chud too. Naki at least responding in kind. But DSG, they were looking for a way in, and they find the answer towards A side. Darion holding towards shower. Wayne gets a trade, and that is Wayne finishing it off. DSG will get the second pistol.
That was such a godly relay both the side of Vera, just to capitalize on it as well as another plus for him. These guys look like they really want to bring this back as quickly as possible, Dax. I mean, you're talking about how banger these games can be, and it looks like this is no different.
Yep, the stun's good. Banger without Blink Dagger. 1 round is the gap here. 2 Bulldogs here for DSG. And I think that's really the call for this guy's coming into this one, right? Get the intel, figure out where the utility of the Vice is, and just try to play away from it.
You kind of assume they might spread out the Sentinels on different sites just so they can technically not have a weak site.
Well, I'm gonna go the other way real quick there, Raf. I've seen teams, especially when they play Deadlock, right? They stack the Sentinel utility together and then put the trio on one side.
That's also fair. I was about to get to that too, where if you just super bolster one side and just have numbers on the other, then it'd be pretty even, because you just want the utility to stall for the rotate anyway.
Wingman, he's happy to get the plant going. DSG saw no shear. They said, okay, let's get in there. Vera also watching out for any kind of contact. Ray 4C, the only one with an upgraded gun, holding the Bucky. No judge though. We'll have to make do. Crazy guy. No surprise with Valdin. Wayne with a trade. Vera getting one more. And DSG this time around. Burst fire is godly, and Wayne is farming up on the anti-eco. We're tied up.
2 more for that orbital, so maybe taking orbs is #1 priority as of the moment, just so they can have that winning ultimate that we've seen so far. And other than that, it's pretty much just another Wednesday night on those types of rounds. Darion will have to work with a Marshal, so he might just play a little bit back, maybe find a straggler here and there. Meanwhile, Alter Ego, they will give, once again, Ray 4C the judge to play around with. But on the defense, yes, he can tuck himself into a corner. But kind of lose a lot of the value of Neon just being able to dip in and out of the fight up until you get to the site fight itself.
Yeah, and this is a discipline check for DSG. They know that judge is prevalent on a player like Ray 4C. The notoriety of what he can do with that gun has gone beyond Indonesia. And you can see immediately, Darion playing quite afar. He does have the marshal though to make sense. Sheer in the way, Vera trying to do a bit of chip damage. Ray 4C taking a chunk of that one.
Gotta go.
With the smoke in the way. Looking for the open. Flash comes on in, and DSG have the firing squad on the opposite end. A 2-for-1 after the end of the trade. And this guy is now doesn't find a way in here, Rap. Sheer triggered. Vera effectively all alone. Valdin with the isolation play.
Just like you mentioned, if you're not jump peeking, you're effectively stuck on an island with a Vice player. And as you mentioned earlier, this could have been a discipline check. They would have not tried to respond on that fight if Ray 4C would have just stayed around Octagon. But here we are in a 3v3 Dax, and I believe that smoke is going to dissipate very soon
Molly?
as this execute happens.
Yeah, Wayne preventing the peek out from one side of the container. Valdin stuck here for now, but he's creeping. He's crawling. But Styron, they will catch him in the act. This guy's, let's not forget, the bonus effectively here for DSG. Shut and Gotten, desperately looking to find a way to get this round back. And Alter Ego now, contending with Styron up close. No more flashes to use for the Sky, and he's got by Gotten. AE, closer, and they line up! Gotten holds it down! And we've seen it do it before with the Guardian. That's what he can do with a Vandal there.
Oh my goodness. I was about to say that these types of high-lows are not very easy to win against. In fact, it's so rare to win against that type of peak. But if you're gone, then all you're gonna do is take and take. DSG, they might be a little rattled from that.
Not against him. You can't do that against Cotton, man. The 4K with the Guardian a while ago made me a believer already. And that
was a warning.
That just solidified it. He will hold that mouse button down and you will not get back in the game until the next round.
Oh my goodness, that was so well placed by DSG, but sometimes the answer is brute force.
He's good at that, and here we go again. Ray 4C though, caught in the act. Wayne finds one. Nakia catching the counter Neon. Nakia, even if gooped, doesn't need the window wiper. Gets the kills anyway. A 3v2 now inside the smoke. Shunto found. Crazy Guy with the spray. And Crazy Guy looking to be the hero this one. That's your IGL, but that's been found by Valdin, and Alter Ego win the skirmish again.
Oh my goodness, that's the one thing you don't want to do in a 1v1 is to jump up and give your enemy the time to readjust. But once again, Haymaker after Haymaker, Dax. Nakia operating on instinct to just obliterate everybody on Octagon. Just a sight to behold, despite the lack thereof. Alter Ego, they look to wrestle the lead away and have found yet another vice grip onto DSG. No pun intended.
Retrieving thorns.
Unintended there. Just a great round though from Nakia, right? And let's not forget, a former core player of Alter Ego moved to NYSG for a while to play on Elevate, so he does have some familiarity against DSG. For some dividends in that situation. Welcome back to Alter Ego after Kush getting picked up, I believe, by RRQ. DSG though, enough history. It's time for the present. They make their way onto the site. Crazy Guy sets Wingman loose for the plant. Ray 4C though, still with backside control. Gotten again! Big pick by the Brim, and then Vera will fall.
Big pick, big time for Gon, who has had the limelight on him for quite a while now. Now they'll use that orbital to give them some space as well as the Seeker's Dax.
Yeah, Darion though delivers two. Chud responds with a double of his own. And here we go with Wayne pointing the watchtower onto the spike. But is that enough? It's one with the Sheriff, and he has no power here. Chud with 3.
Oh!
And DSG, they got halfway. They should have enough time. Oh no, never mind!
Wait,
No, wait, no! They don't, I told you! Oh my god, Wayne, you've done it! That's what happens when you give him prep time.
Exhibit what? Exhibit Z. Why you should pick Brimstone on buy? That was a play. Again, this has to be one of the most delightful matchups we've seen the entire day. We have had a plethora of insane moments of aim, and now we get really, really clutch moments like that. And DSG actually calling the timeout despite winning that round.
Yeah, that's a timeout where they say, guys, we kind of lost that round, but you know, good job, Wayne. And I just want to say this real quick. Ever since Ascension, especially, I've seen how invested Coach Alex R is on the DSG roster. He's very, I'd say, emotionally involved too, and it's great to see this timeout just to trying to figure out what to do, because they're one away from tying things up, and you know DSG, they're gonna take that dub, but they need something more sustainable down the line.
Sustainability is often elusive for a lot of these teams because it really does take time to develop and a lot of discipline. And sometimes with the way that the league can go, Dax, it's just so unforgiving. Sometimes you need your solutions then and there. And, you know, it does take a lot of investment, as you mentioned. So it would be no surprise if, you know, their emotions are very well embedded into a lot of these plays.
DSG, you can see them struggles actually for Crazy Guy when he had one of the best series in VCTC Split 3 history, actually, in the last one that DSG had. So we'll see though if they can find recovery now. Ray 4C, shotgun as per usual, but it's the Bucky here. And the smoke one, the second smoke there is two. And you have to say for DSG, right? Okay, the has to be nearby. Gotten also jump peeks now, or rather jiggles there to get the intel. DSG holding things off for now.
I like the discipline here by DSG. Just the other round, you were talking about a discipline check for them to possibly avoid running into the buckshot, and they've successfully done that. In fact, I feel like Ray 4C has been awfully quiet these last few rounds. It's been Nakia picking it up with these trades. So there is a system in place for Alter Ego, but at the same time, DSG, they look to wrap this up.
Vera, making that noise, TP play, and just into the loving arms of Ray 4C. He stays alive a lot longer than expected too, but Chud now takes advantage of the chaos. That's one, and that's all he'll get.
30 seconds
Wayne
left.
again, trying to be the hero here. We're left to a 3v3. And AE looking to make this even. They're only on pistols. Now it's DSG. The same can't be said. Spike though planted. They're on Crazy Guy.
Ooh.
For the hold. Molly. Oh, Darion. You are the man that walks on flames. You are the man who found the pixel. And Crazy Guy, the one now stepping
One
up
enemy
to the
remaining.
plate. Gotten seen. Wayne with another. Stuck on lamps now. DSG have 3 guns pointed at Gotten's position. What can the Brimmy do? Crazy Guy making the drop play work this time. And we are tied up 9-9.
Interesting use of the Steel Garden there, but unfortunately for Alter Ego, they just did not have enough leeway to maybe force out fight here. On the bright side, DSG, actually, well, on the brighter side of DSG, they still have 3 ultimates to work with and have managed to really burn the backs of Alter Ego. Aside from forcing them on that previous eco, there is no more Neural Theft, there's no more Steel Garden, and every other ult, aside from Ray 4C's Overdrive, is far removed from being usable.
And then Ray 4C, wow, he's still alive, but not for long. Crazy Guy ready to catch him into the other lane. And Vera putting a stop to any ambition from Alter Ego. Seeker's also well-timed. Styron getting the intel now. They're looking to find the angle towards a fortification set up here by Chud, but the only one on the island ready now to catch his counterpart. 3 still coming his way here, Raph. The smokes are there, and Chud just looking for the timing. The smoke play. The camera with the tag too. He's looking for the
Spike planted.
pulse. Doesn't find the pick though, and Chud will have to give it up for now.
Could have been amazing if he found the planter and then gotten the tag, but that is for a different world and a different universe as DSG. They look to replicate that success with a post plant. Alter Ego though, they're gearing up for a retake.
Yeah. The lamps again. It will be Gotten who shines right at the start. A spark against Vera. Styron though, it's difficulty because he needs to pick an angle and he gets both of them. Almost gets them all, but Chudge makes him work for it. 1 for 1. Wayne again. The hero, DSG deserves in position with the advantage, and there you go. Prepped and ready, DSG go to double digits.
They will be the first to step onto that score as Alter Ego are forced yet again on a weaker buy. Overdrive still available for Ray 4C, but it does feel like a lot of their macro Dax is revolving on these really big plays that when it comes to the more, I guess, nuanced ones, DSG is a leg up. Granted, we were already talking about the signs of maybe this draft is not going in the way of Alter Ego for picking Bind. Very confident.
I mean, we were impressed by the new composition with the Vice, with the Neon, but DSG have been tested on this map again and again and again. And that's one thing that they're gonna have coming into this one. Resiliency on Bind. Trailblazer, though, gets the South on Vera. Outlaw on hand, looking to punish the light armor AE have here.
Ray 4C's shotgun has found just a little bit of value, but I'm pretty sure every team that plays against Ray 4C knows all the shenanigans, as Nakia is the first to fall in this round.
Yeah, Vera finding an easy target, an eco round here for Alter Ego anyway. Crazy guy though, so good with the lineups, usually with the Sova, now here with the Gecko. Moshpit going somewhere on the map, but with the Sheer now in the way, and Darion getting a pick onto Ray 4C. It's intel, and it's an easy way for DSG to acclimate. What? Vera, impressive! Barely even scopes on in there to get the headshot of all things. Chud, a victim, a 3K for Vera, and this explosiveness is what DSG have been looking for.
Looked so good for Alter Ego in those first like 3 rounds. And now it's slowly slipping away, Dax. I feel like this is not the first time I've said today that... that is so ridiculous despite seeing it again. But this is not the first time we've said today that a lot of the teams feels like they revolve around their ults quite a bit for their set plays instead of building upon a strong default. But I've also said that that takes time and investment, and sometimes you just need your win now solutions.
We're going again quickly here. When Vera is feeling it, you know he's gonna go turbo there. Orbital strike right now to clear out lamps, courtesy of Master Wayne. And the wingman goes through the spikes, wants to go for the plant. DSG, they have control of the site, but oh, the wingman's burnt down, so someone needs to put that one.
I got spiked.
Well, that has to be Vera then. Nope, even 5v5 Dax. What does Alter Ego have?
Yeah, well, they're trying to get in there with Ray 4C. Has the overdrive, pops in here. For a victim, Styron the first to fall. AE quickly getting 2 actually. And they held it off long enough to have the numbers now. Ray 4C finding the electricity in him. Gotten also. They say he's got him. Just holding on the corner, and Gotten gets another. AE will not give this one up without a fight. They get to 10-2.
You ride the lightning, but AA catches it in a bottle. And a lot of these rounds, actually what, how many rounds now? 3 or 4 rounds have been off the back of God finding these monstrous picks. And him getting his ultimate online as quickly as possible might just give Alter Ego the confidence to take space a bit cleaner now.
Yeah.
That is also not too far away from that neural theft as well as Nakia. But disguised, they have to play ahead here, Dax. They know that they have the momentum. They know they have the number of rounds. They just have to finish strong.
And I think they have to be careful when they haven't found a pick yet into the round, right? The last one, AE, getting more discipline. The stack of utility broken here. And Chud, does he even survive long enough coming into this one? Tripwire gets a Trailblazer, and Chud refuses to expose his position. Mystery right now. And DSG, the plant again, fails from the wingman. The crazy guy, rethinking the setup. You got the Cyber Cage also in the way, but they still haven't found Chud. Just holding beside the enemy lines drawn. Orbital strike here. Ray 4C tried to take the opportunity, but now the TP play. And look who's waiting. Nakia. Your moment to shine. And Crazy Guy is the first to fall. Razorvine to protect the push too. And Nakia mowing down 2. Ray 4C even finding Vera from afar. DSG, so they just walk into that one.
And that was probably the worst trap to get sprung on. Their legs literally snagged from underneath them. And Nokia, despite having a slow start on the first half, has turned up, has found
30
so much
seconds left.
value, not only for himself, but for his team. And DSG, they have so much dangerous territory to traverse through.
Yeah, he's found impactful doubles in a few of these defensive rounds. The Arc Rose, though, get the insult on Wayne. Valden preps, ready, and finds the Brimstone
10
coming his
seconds
way.
left.
10 seconds. Can Darren even make his way towards the site? Has to commit the spike plant. Does he just save the gun? Waiting for the contact towards Valden, and time elapses. We are tied up 11 to 11, but Valden adds insult to injury as he even gets one more at the end.
11 to 11. This is not the first time we've seen this today, too.
No way.
Everything has been so competitive. And I think maybe some of the people were predicting a quick 2-0. I don't think that's the case at all.
Yeah, I doubt it. Honestly, this game can go either way. DSG, Alter Ego, they've just been trading blows here, man. And gotta say, Valden really the flexibility. He can play pretty much any agent here for AE. He's added device to his repertoire. And Vera, up in hand, Dizzy reclaimed the smokes there in the way, and AE considering the contest here towards B Long.
Maybe they're fed up of trying to deal with the players going into this, but there were a lot of times they were doing it earlier, but it was basically off the back of the Nokia Ray 4C trade. Looks like they have a different plan on how they want to do this, but do they know there's an operator here?
Yeah, we're gonna find out soon if Vera lets go of the shot. Here we go. Ray 4C though, and the stun is sublime. Alter Ego set up a kill that puts it crazy from Crazy Guy. Method to the madness yet again. Now they hear the voices in their head say it's time to plant that spike.
They talked to him, maybe providing him a means to the end as Alter Ego suddenly hobbling to a round that they should have had a clear advantage on. Darion and Crazy Guy, the duo for DSG at the moment versus the raid boss Chud and Gon in this clean 2v2.
They've won Ascension. They've been to Pacific. Now they need to win a round versus Alter Ego. But Gotten and Chud have just been impressive in this game. It's a 2v2 to remember. And it's Gotten who's got there. Crazy Guy! Insanity with the 4K, and DSG are on map points.
Match point.
I can't believe Crazy Guy stole Darion's ace there.
Huh. What do you mean? It's the other way around.
Yeah, Darion was 4 away from his ace. I can't believe Crazy Guy took it from him.
Yo, you're so funny, Ralph. You should be a comedian.
Well, my health is already a joke, so that's one way. That's one foot in the comedian line.
That's true, guys. TLDR, we found out that Raph had a chronic condition just because I brought it up. Anyway,
and I asked my mom.
Yeah, you did. You asked your mom, who showed up on camera a while ago. Anyway, DSG with a timeout here. And we've seen this actually from Coach Alex R. These timeouts after wins just to draw up one more plan to seal the deal.
I like it. Again, that's a lot of insurance and just making sure that they will get away from this in regulation and scot-free perhaps, because Alter Ego, I gotta admit, it was already a shaky decision to let Bind pass through.
Yeah.
Perhaps they're going for the long game. Perhaps they're going to go for yet another 3-map series. At the same time, they're making a strong case, Dax, on why they picked this anyway. Because it's 11 to 12, and it's still very realistic to see this go all the way to overtime.
But you can't deny the fact that this is still a strong map for DSG. This is still Alter Ego's map pick, and they're going to go into Pearl next that DSG has picked on up. That's the concern here for Alter Ego coming into the map trap. And the DSG take this round. Well, those concerns, they're gonna turn into reality. Nokia, what happened? Crazy Guy's lineups! I keep telling you, they've been just on point in the mosh pit out of nowhere, getting a freebie.
I think he was on the Trailblazer. So he had no idea, no control on what might happen. So that's -1 for Alter Ego so early on. Steel Garden is still here as well as the Nero theft. DSG, it looks like they've outmaneuvered their competition yet again.
But there's still a fighting chance here for Chud. The Dizzy doesn't get him, but here we go. Darion eventually getting the kill. Ray for C, the Ray for C! The slide with the shotgun and Goddess gets them again! Overtime in impressive manner. Alter Ego keep on going.
Overtime.
Ill-gotten gains for Alter Ego as DSG gets cut from above. They were stunned from that back. It seemed like it was an open angle for the fiery controller on the side of Alter Ego. And now DSG, they could be stopped, but they bring out the operator.
I mean, I'm impressed by what Godin did there, but I really wanted to see what Ray 4C did to get 2 out of nowhere. When AE wins, they win in style, man.
That's a very good point, you know. It's not enough to win, but they have to do it in style.
Yeah. So, this is a tech pause. Hopefully, everything is okay. I think Wayne hasn't moved an inch, so yeah. Yeah. So yeah, DSG they kind of need him. He's been impressive. Wayne has just been a rock for this guys for so long. Someone stable, someone to rely on. It was always that incredible backline of Wayne and Grumble back in NYSG, back in Ascension, and now Wayne still 21 to his name, 13 assists. He's just been a big factor of this game. Gotten also the Brimstones having big games here.
Isn't Wayne like really, really young too? So to have that type of reputation at such a young age is, I would say, really rare. I don't know if there are any other players that are notable like that, but like I said, it does take a few years to have that type of stability kick in. But for Wayne to have that such a, I guess, early part of his career. Is it really early? Because Wayne's been competing forever now, too.
Yeah, for a while. Like, Extend, Kizuna, especially back in 2023. There is a lot, though, of growth for both these guys and Alter Ego. They have very relatively young cores. And, you know, there is much to build on for both DSG and AE into the upcoming year. So, hopefully, everything's gonna be all good soon, especially for this guys. We want this game to end the way it should. And this is the third round, or the third game out of 4 we've had today that has gone into OT.
You're so close to getting an overtime on Pearl, too.
That's true.
So, once again, I wouldn't put overtime over any of these players, like, honestly.
Enough of a break. It's time to get back into the fight. Alter Ego. Fight running. Vice and Cypher together. They've done wonders on the attacking side. And Chud makes a world of the difference. They've had that labs position marked even back in the first half. Crazy guy. Unable to find any impact. But Wayne does. And Wayne kills! The tool belt finding a double. But Nakia gets a double of his own. The Razorvine keeping Darion contained. But you cannot stop the beast that is Darion. 2v2 now. Vera looking for any kind of opening. Even setting up the slide. Clears their sheer. What a trap! Where did he come from? Godin and Valdin. They set up a crossfire that no one expected. An Alter Ego making magic happen there.
Peekaboo, I see you.
Oh.
Whether it was planned out or it was a spur of the moment type of thing, you cannot deny the brilliance of that because they had no idea. You saw Vera was very confused. He thought it was a crossfire coming from short.
Yeah. Nasty stuff. It's the length of the shear. I think it reaches only by the boxes there. And Alter Ego. They bring a one and done play at the right moment. Now, on their defense, this is where they found the struggles. Look to seal the deal. Camera spots Vera, who decides to disengage. Ray 4C though, mowing down 2, and AE! A perfect chance to make this one happen. 21 HP for Ray 4C, back at the showers. DSG though, contained here towards the lamp side.
Does look like our pickups are going down the drain here, Dax, as DSG are getting dissected. Alter Ego looking to handling things.
Wayne! Oh, Wayne, he was brave. But this time around, the hero has been found. Crazy guy. He's led by example. But in this case, he needs to do all by his lonesome. Ray 4C also getting a top up from Nakia there. That's why he disengaged. A guiding light to clear out lamps. Crazy guy. Stability key, Ray 4C falls, but Valdin is quick on the trade. And it took overtime, but Alter Ego will prove why they pick Bind. They take the first map 14-12.
It is just so hard to go against Alter Ego. Like we mentioned, they're such a storied org with have a happier time on defense stacks. I think that's the nicest thing I could say.
Yeah, we'll see though. Both teams need to find recovery on Pearl, but DSG, they picked this one for good reason. Darion back into the front line. Crazy guy. It's the signature Sova also. And one thing also to take note, AE used to play, I believe, a Killjoy here. It is time for the Cypher instead for Chud. AE with a 1-map lead here, Raph. And I found a fun fact coming into this game during the break. Both Wayne and Gotten, apparently, from the stats so far, top 1 and top 2, respectively, KAST, always providing impact for their teams.
Oh, I feel like that's also quite overlooked as a stat, because sometimes, despite not finishing your frags or, you know, just legitimately any form of kill participation is so important, especially in a team game, because you can bait all day long and not have any impact on your team. But when you have high KAST, really good.
Participation is the best. I love being here. Happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Is my motto.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here all the time.
Yes, my second motto, not the best for broadcast. But in any case, Chud deciding to play into the lanes themselves. Darion also wanting to provide the entry. Vera on the Reyna, looking to just frag out when he can. But these sites abandoned here for DSG to claim.
Abandoned but not forgotten. Retake is about to happen here, and it does look like they might flood out of heaven here as Alter Ego. They're having some second guesses here, but everybody's healthy across the board, so this brawl could go anybody's way, although I doubt that it'd be a good idea to fight the long angles with this.
Ray 4C getting in there. Valdin knockout, the first ones to get the picks that they need. And AE, they got the site reclaimed. Sure, got it, just holding it. But it's such a far distance for DSG right now to just go for mollies, to go for shock darts. The post-plant utility is what's scary here. And you can see the world of a difference it makes. 3 picks now for DSG. Someone has to hold the defuse. Here we go with Ray 4C. Knife fight and Styron wins it. DSG will take the round, but it's so suffocating when you have to deal with all of that jazz.
Oh my goodness, that was honestly hilarious to really look at. At the same time, I'm not entirely sure why Alter Ego just didn't tank it and stake it. It's pistols. You guys have armor. It's fine. But again,
can you?
2020 Dak.
No, this is where I say, how can you? That's the Nano Swarm. That's the Shock Dart.
All right.
That's the Molly. If you allow these guys to play post-plant without alert, you are just gonna lose on out. And this is what Bleed used to do a year ago.
Oh, that's right. I completely escaped my mind that they were dancing around a lot. And I mean a lot. That utility. Either way, DSG, very happy start here. And despite it being a really safe map, Pearl can be incredibly snowbally. As we've seen from the previous series, just because of how the map is designed. Just so many angles where the superior weapons are just designed to win.
Yeah.
Recalling my boss.
You have sharpshooters from afar, and Darion and Vera. DSG is gonna have so many ways to play that post plant, and honestly, the Reyna, one thing that's just a little bit disregarded is the fact that he give you a presence on the site, dismiss on the way. In a site like B, there's a long sight line for you to be covered. So let's see DSG go for B again. Ray 4C, as per usual, signature Bucky in his hands with the Leer. They get used on up. AE realized they need to contest the site a lot more this time around. To Nico anyway, nothing to lose. Second Leer now into the halls. Ray 4C trying to make the jump peaks work. Barrel scene. And DSG, they play it safe, and here they go on the retreat. They lose Vera along the way. The Nebula though, as Ray 4C tries to scrounge a gun, Alter Ego.
Oh my gosh.
In this case, it's like headless chickens, but eventually, they're trying to find the method to the madness here, Raph. AE behind screens. Darion, finding one. No, it's Wayne instead. Setting up the shots, and DSG, these Guardians are just good. Wayne finds 3, and that's the second round for DSG.
Oh boy. Alter Ego not looking too hot. And I'm saying that because normally, even on losing rounds like that, as Dax mentioned, you wouldn't look like headless chickens. You would have at least an idea of what you want to do and how you want to achieve it. But for a good minute there, it just felt like, guys, I'm so lost. That's exactly how it felt like, right? And now, this guy's have more than enough to repeat that action, especially with Wayne's orbital strike being online.
Yeah, it's very quick from the brim. And Ray 4C, he's one away from the overdrive at the very least, but DSG trying to just effectively condition AE to stick around B, putting Darion there. Nice scout from Valdin. At the very least, sending out the Aldron to show the mid-intention. Crazy guy will do the same. Looking for Ray 4C, I do believe. Didn't spot him by connector. Very dangerous for the Sova actually. Crazy guy. Might walk into this one, Nokia.
Right here.
Looking to peer towards B instead. DSG, here you go! The wall back even! Crazy guy's just ready!
Ooh. He's not just crazy, he's ready.
Ooh,
And
he's nasty! That's for sure.
now, Gon has had some crazy clips in these types of situations, Dax, but once again, is it likely that he's going to clutch it out knowing how DSG is going to play this post plan? Granted, they're only going to have the shock darts. And never mind, that's so much delay still. That's so much to deal with, but an isolated fight could present itself here.
Brother, how do you win this? There's still 2 shock darts. There's still a Molly. There's still an orbital strike. And Gotten, that's the pick he's looking for against Vera. Does DSG play safe with utility now? They're still around the site, but the Molly gets in the way of Gotten. It's even worse now. Wayne wants to kill, but Wayne falls! A small chance? No, time's run out. And Alter Ego. That was their buy round, and they just see it tumble in front of them.
This is legitimately gameplay is fire. Where a lot of the gripes from the post-plan meta and from the Viper meta will eventually rear its head again.
And if you're not used to it, right, you don't know what to do. It's tough here for AE, and they're gonna need to find a solution and fast here.
It's rough out here.
Yeah.
Despite God being as sharp as he is, when you're not even presented the chance to fight, what good is a fighting skill set?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Alter Ego, they're so strong in contact. It's always been one of their biggest strengths to win out unbelievable fights. But what if the fight doesn't come to you? Yeah. This is just an ideology kind of problem here that AE need to solve.
Well, they have to find alternate solutions because this is a tactical shooter after all. So tactics do come first. Alter Ego, they don't have the greatest weapons, so those direct fights were never going to be a primary option, at least for this round.
Yeah.
DSG, they'll do the same thing.
Well, one player who wants to fight is Vera, trying to find the opening here. Takes away the shield of Nokia, but it's AE finding the double instead. Nano Swarms for the stall. It's the trio still playing from afar. Here you go, Hunter's Fury from the club, but Wayne's found!
What?
Thereby Valdin! The wallbang looking good. The lurk coming in from Styron 2 and Alter Ego. Their best chance so far in this game. Gotten already going for the defuse. Styron looking to find the impact. Mows down one. Can't transfer on the second. And Alter Ego, they find the answers. They get on the board here.
Gotta go.
My goodness, the moment Wayne gets removed from play, that's just so many seconds shaven off the post plan. So Alter Ego off the back of a crazy eco and some sharp shots. Maybe an overextension on the side of Vera. Granted, you can't really blame him. Reyna is built to overextend. That's exactly how you're supposed to play the agent. But aside from Alter Ego, they've finally found themselves a round to their name. And maybe, just maybe, they can take the lead from here. They have Cosmic Divide and Hunter's Fury. So if any of the players on this on the side of DSG decide to play long for those post plans, then they'll have to make an honest guess if they're defusing or not.
Look, it's an impressive example from Alter Ego, and that was a thrifty too. But it's still tough to deal with what DSG is gonna bring here coming into the next round. And not only that, that orbital strike still in the hands of Wayne right now. You might say maybe Wayne Needs to play a bit more safe coming into post plant just to have that I win button later on. But DSG, they get mid, they post up Darion to play the long angle as per usual. They're paying though. Towards the connector side, Ray 4C wants to contact, but he's low HP here, Raph. It's dangerous, but Nakia setting up double tap at the other cut. Styron Doe already shutting down Ray 4C. Nakia has the kill contract now online, but he is the vanguard of this lane. Through the doors, they have to deal with Nakia. Shield shatters. Darion lurking towards the screen here. And there's a little bit of danger because Chud is right beside him. Smokes into play. DSG now making their way into B. Marble strike on the lanes. Nakia though! Big impact to find the triple. And that should put DSG immediately at the stopgap.
They do have the option to try and maybe crawl towards A, but they don't have access to the spike as of the moment. In fact, I'm quite surprised how Darion has managed to stay alive when he had a player literally right beneath his feet at a given point in that round. But now Alter Ego, finally having some adjustments across the board, has given themselves some room to breathe.
Yeah, so well played by here. Alter Ego here, racking the brains, figuring out some of the tendencies of DSG, and they just read that push from mid doors like a book. They were so prepped up, courtesy of Nakia especially, and he just found the impact. Also tanking some bullets there with double tap just to keep DSG a little bit more stalled than usual.
I was about to say that maybe ISO has a problem on the post-plant setups, but then again, most of the duelists don't really contribute much when it's a non-fighting team. In fact, I feel like ISO can actually try and challenge his post-plant a bit better with kill contract.
Yeah, judge in hand. Wait for C. Getting ready for this one. Got 4 rifles for Alter Ego though. Lear gonna get used to DSG. Looking for a harder hit on a different site. They take the link control, they go for the lockdown too to get more value. This opens up AE to play towards A main, but Crazy Guy waits for anything. Found it though! Massive double already. Fira gets the trade. Here you go, Crazy Guy tried to go for the ambush, but Ray 4C, the bigger barrel on the judge there.
One enemy remaining.
My goodness, it felt like it was one of those Skyrim ambushes, right, where you have full Daedric armor. But right now, Vera with a Vandal could do some serious damage here. Could probably pull out the Mesa Bowling Ball and dominate everybody. Oh, that's a third for him, but Nakia has other plans.
A nice effort from Vera, but an even bigger one for Alter Ego. What looked to be looking lost at the start has now been evened up here by the Indonesian squad. And Valdin has also shown up here today. AE, you give them the sightlines, you'll get the kills. Nakia showing consistency too, but I gotta say here, Raph, Alter Ego right now, we were worried a little bit. Where's the answer? Where's the discipline? We're getting it. And we're seeing more dimensions of play from them.
Absolutely, and sometimes it's matches like this where it demands the most growth. And we're definitely seeing a lot of it on the side of Alter Ego as well. DSG, despite them being really mechanically gifted, has also shown us that they can play this really reserved game. They can play for the long haul. But once again, they can't fall in love with just one win condition. They have to mix it up. Otherwise, Alter Ego is just going to keep throwing adjustment after adjustment.
I agree with you. DSG can't show that they're one-dimensional in their play coming into Pearl. They have such an incredible roster with storied histories to work with. Crazy Guy especially now. Getting the tag on to Gotten. And Alter Ego. Well, they're going to go for the reinforce over onto main. Smoker in the way. Crazy Guy though. Peeks on out. The fadeaway headshot. Vera now warmed up for the last round, getting more. And DSG causing carnage around the map. They keep the lead here and make it 4-3.
So hard to call these matches, Dak. It is not an easy day for a lot of our Nostradamuses out there who like to predict things. Like I said, our pick'ems are probably down the drain already, but doesn't really matter, as Alter Ego, despite getting kind of run over in that previous round, will have enough to get the operator onto Nakia, which is something that we haven't seen on Bind. He was on that Sky, so probably didn't allow to do so. But Darion is gonna have a Blade Storm to help his cause. But what do blades mean in the face of buckshot?
There you go. Absolutely dulled, but DSG sharp with the trade. And they get one more for good measure. So 4v3 comes their way. Valden still holding steady, but can't win out against Vera. We said it a while ago, we'll say it again. He's heated on up, and you know the confidence is there for DSG.
DSG.
Spike planted.
What can you really do to finish off Alter Ego at this moment? Because Nakia looks like he's just gonna bounce out. They could hunt for him, honestly. They probably don't want to deal with his operator. Well, at least in the future, but the street looking a little bit more confident this lead. As you mentioned, they shouldn't be one-dimensional on Pearl. This is a map that does not cater to these types of teams, especially at this level of play.
I mean, the trades have been good, but another strat DSG can go with. Vera, go, kill. The op, though, still held. And DSG, do they even know the op online? Nakia peeking on out. Now they know they get the intel. To plan for it in the future. But Nakia wants more. As DSG might try to go for the hunt. Never mind. 5-3 here. The Skies still keep the lead and are trying to inch away again.
How many tries do they have left in the tank, though? Well, the timeout is going to at least give them some breathing room and maybe alleviate a little bit of that pressure away. Though it has been looking quite convincing, Max, these last 2 rounds, at least in the favor of DSG, because these adjustments are much sharper than Alter Egos have had to offer. But then again, Alter Ego can string a bunch of rounds together too.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. Alter Ego right now, they are effectively getting caught out here with some incredible shots. DSG, it's sometimes simple to explain it sometimes. You want to say like, they're just out-aiming them in the past few rounds, but it's also a bigger factor that you have these players like Vera finding the form that they need. Crazy Guy hitting some good shots out of nowhere. And AE as a team, they want to make the play with Ray 4C, right? Into the front line, to play a bit aggressive even on the defense, and that's something to discuss moving forward. How can they enable the Neon to get even more value here?
That's the thing too. Ray 4C likes to play with the shotguns, and I think by far this is probably the worst shotgun map in the game. And if Alter Ego choose to be stubborn about it, maybe they could see a few more rounds go down the drain. DSG, obviously, they're happy to oblige, right? But the fact that the shotgun is going to be quite limited here, they'll have to rely on everybody else to pick up pace on frag.
Yeah, and I think Chud there, at the last moment, taking a step, and you could see the operator shot going wild. DSG, they get the plant going, and are we back to the same old tricks? 1, 2, 3. They run on away. Darian also playing protector, but the post plant is a go here for this guys.
Well, they spot out the Reyna, looking to play delay, so they'll have to deal with this first.
Oh, Ray 4C hopping over the opposition. Vera has been found, and the Cosmic Divide is a good answer here. Chud finds Darian. Crazy Guy also gonna get scanned on up. Wendell finds Nakia in response. The lurk, where is it coming from? Styron trying to play from mid. Go ticking. And there's the stall, but the orbital strike is yet again making time go on the side of DSG. Wayne finds more. Crazy Guy does so too. And Styron, he's rushing the smoke. The scan is perfection! And this guy's with the post plant again!
That was such a insane post plant. Legitimately everything that you should have done happened. And DSG, if they keep up with this form, then it's gonna be so difficult for Alter Ego to come back. I thought for sure that Cosmic Divide would cause more problems, but that timing on Wayne's end just to drop that orbital, so good.
Yeah, you can't block the utility, and you can't block the big laser from the sky. And not only that, when DSG gets advantage towards B long right, it opens up a world of possibilities for Styron there.
And then every possibility, every one of them led to a win, as DSG looking that much more confident again. Alter Ego floundering a little bit on this defense, just a tiny bit. Chud playing a much more committed and close position here. Very possible that Darren could run him down, as well as the rest of DSG.
tries to play the anchor, but Wayne finds Naka already. Nice pick though from Chud, and even more so now with the trip bar. Possibilities endless, but eventually Crazy Guy will end his reign. Valden though from Mahar hunts the Fury now, and Wayne out shotguns the Shotgun Master. Race for C, he's gonna fall there. A 3K for the Brim already. Smokes online. Let's not forget, a lesser buy here for AE, but this is just feeding the beast that is Master Wayne. 4 kills Raph, and he's 1 away now from the Orbital Strike.
Again, we're gonna have an orbital, huh?
Yep. Dude,
That's so
Only
crazy.
Funds. His name is Master Wayne. He has
This is
all
his
the
banner.
money in the world, man.
What's your superpower, Batman? Money. Truly, it is so powerful to have just the amount of resources that Wayne is getting, not just from his frags, but also from the orbs that they've been basically just taking uncontested on a lot of these rounds. And maybe this is just one thing that Alter Ego has overlooked. That orb is so easy to take, especially on that B long position.
No, exactly. I mean, they get Ace, but what can they do about B when this guy sends the whole party towards that angle? And speaking of, classic 4-1 splits. Hunter's Fury also coming into it play. Chud though unseen, and Alter Ego, exactly what they needed. They play the anchors, they play the corridors well, and while Crazy Guy will get one from afar, it's the forward forces of DSG that crumble against Alter Ego.
There is no fronting in this round, at least. And, you know, to my surprise, Dak, we're playing a really classic double duelist comp that pretty much pivoting around the fact that they can fight well and be very explosive. But most of these rounds that DSG are winning are off these strong post plans.
The bread and butter of this comp, and Crazy Guy! Give him the Sova,
30 seconds
he'll
left.
give you the kills. A 3K already to make this possible.
enemy remaining.
Time's running on out, and Valden and Chud finish off the job. Well played there by the Cypher, left unseen by the screen. And
Last
you can
round
see AE
in the
get
half.
the fourth.
A very, very hard fought fourth. They do have an adjustment coming their way. But I digress. I'm sure DSG have a lot left in the tank here. Whatever small errors they made coming
Enemy
into
remaining.
this site, I'm
Last
sure
player
will be
standing.
addressed. At the same time, Alter Ego doesn't feel like they're that proactive trying to fight for B long. I mean, like you said, it's just so hard to shoo away anybody trying to take that orb, despite it being out in the open.
I mean, it's kind of 50-50 also, right? Just we've seen DSG get the challenge from AE and they come up ahead. A bit safer to just play on B itself. Potential actually to put more mid pressure to catch out Styron later on. The numbers, they get quite testy down the line. The XC2 now comes into DSG. Standard Jet Reyna fanfare. Styron though, we've said his mid presence has just been fruitful. And there you go, Gotten falls.
Spike
Quick little
planted.
kidnap, and it's actually Vera in the front line. He was ready to be taken to the gulag, and he's the one who locks away Nakia. Crazy Guy also will catch on the Ray 4C. Vera though not ready for this one. Valden catches him
Last player
as he gets
standing.
back to reality, but Crazy Guy gets the timing. It's 3v1 now. Chud going up in the last round, but here and now it's Crazy Guy who will do the same to AE. 8-4 to end the
Switching
half.
sides.
Post plant well, but we go now to the DSG defense. Crazy Guy though, just feeling so comfortable when he's on Sova, right? 50 on the board after the first half. AE, they're gonna need to find the answer here very soon. Pistols now a go. Darion on top of the screen. Ray 4C and the rest, they want to go for the overrun and fast. Smokes in the way. Shock starts there too. The stun though gets the cash on the Jet, and Ray 4C slides in, but Wayne finds the trade, and DSG tried to disengage, but no way can they escape Alter Ego.
Spike planted.
Alter Ego looks like they can dictate these terms of engagement a
Oh,
little
oh,
bit
oh.
more, but Vera has something to say about it.
He set up
One
quick
enemy
little tether
remaining.
there, and he's
What?
now setting up even more of these kills. It's hero time for Vera. The Reyna looking to put on the crown, and there you have it. Kingly presence from Vera, the 4K to keep the pistol in DSG's way.
Can't really complain. I mean, that's why you pick Reyna, you know? You wanna run through the opposition. That's exactly what she's built for. And DSG, despite a shaky start on that pistol, recover as well as anybody.
Already good showing from DSG to end the half 8-4. Now on the defense, taking that pistol. It's just advantage after advantage. They want to build on 2 Bulldogs. Vera having impeccable rounds where he just basically carries the game there. That's what you want to see if you're bringing a Reyna to a map like Pearl.
Go, go, go!
There are certain risks to some picks. When they pay off pretty well. Does look like Ray 4C is still going to be trying to run in with good old reliable for him. But DSG now, since they're running a comp that surprisingly doesn't have as much utility in terms of just kind of punching through, they might have a bit of an issue trying to retake this. But Alter Ego, they're just opting to avoid the stack in general.
I mean, I'm waiting for Alter Ego with guns later on. There's still potential, right? Neon ISO, overrun against what? DSG, they don't have much stuns. They have the Killjoy over the Cypher that you kind of need against Neon. There's that concern for this guys coming into this defense later down the line. Right now, they have the better guns, but the double up is strong from Nakia alongside Gotten. The shield playing wonders. Styron holding Wayne, burning the opposition through the fire and the flames. It's Wayne who will carry on! And the 4K there on the anti-eco is just gonna add more to the Brimstone ultimate count. It's just looking good here for Wayne so far.
Well, they're fighting hard. They're fighting for steal, Dax. But today has been strange. We've been getting a lot of utility multi-kills. And aside from, I'm not entirely sure how some of them are set up. I mean, there wasn't really a stun to catch for Wayne there. But either way, the Molly finding so much value. And he's only 2 away from an orbital strike on the 3rd round, by the way, the 2nd half.
Man has had orbital upon orbital for days here. He's had that already for quite a while, and as of now, Alter Ego, I want to say here, Raf, their best chance to get around coming into this one. You have everyone kitted on up, Ray 4C, as per usual on the judge, but Darion, interesting play, has the Outlaw on hand to play the long angle. Problem is, 4 players of Alter Ego in full armor here.
Here's how DSG is going to approach this. I mean, we're talking about overruns just early on. Alter Ego definitely have the choice to do so. But I don't know if they're being stubborn. I just really don't agree with the shotgun picks here. But Darion finds one with the Outlaw.
They have the angle just up to a T. And Darion can't keep up with the fire rate that is the rifle. Nakia finds him. Alter Ego now taking the claim onto B site. And as the plant goes down, Valden actually setting out the Aldrum. They know that it's the museum up top with presence. Volley forces Valden out. It's gonna be Nakia though, ready for more contact with Wayne now. Ult is ready. Does he dare use it in a round like this to try and clutch? It's a bonus anyway for Disguised. Ray 4C with 10 HP.
Launching smoke.
See if intel and fast. He does send the smoke down though on Ray 4C, and this might not be the best thing for Wayne. A peek out from the smoke, and it's Shudder ready to finish it off. 5th round now for Alter Ego.
Still a few ways to go. A few rungs on the ladder to climb back onto this match. A few impressive shots here and there. Trying to anchor down this B position. It was not enough to stop Alter Ego from running in. Like you said, it was a bonus, but they could have made it a bit more expensive. Wayne chose not to use his orbital, even though he's had it really, really early. I feel like that's the thing too, Dax. Like, I don't mind, or I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I don't mind if people use their ultimates early, if they farmed it early on, but Darion missing a crucial shot.
No
I
distraction.
mean, he didn't really know where his opponents were. It's tough in those times of calls, but Nakia versus Darion, and the struggle here for Darion is the pistol is trying its best, but not in a fight like that. Getting kidnapped with the op in hand just feels bad against the double tap. Spike's planted too by Alter Ego.
Did he have enough time to drop the op, or was this crazy guy just picking it up after he got fragged out? But in any case, this is Ray 4C going deep again. Can't find value for this fight.
Yeah, the Vanguard now has been felled. Styron able to get that pick, and here you go. You heard it from Vera. Empress pops and ready to find any kind of contact. It's AE this time playing the post-plant game. Valden safely from afar, going for the Hunted Fury, but that safety is stopped by the Orbital. A 1-for-1 as time is running out here for this guys. Wayne again, trying to find the pick. Not gonna happen. Crazy Guy can't get away with a steal. And Alter Ego, they'll rack up another round and even catch out DSG. There's no up for them anymore.
Oh dear me. Alter Ego not picking it up either, meaning they just don't want to try and contest that long angle. And I don't know if it's just me, but Darion is not having a good game. It could just be me. But like I said, right? I feel like the value of a Neon too. the value of having a Neon is, again, the relay bolt is so powerful. You get the wall for a pseudo smoke, and just does not provide this type of utility when she's not popping off. And Nakia has been on a decent tear, and this eco round is being dismantled very, very quickly by Alter Ego.
I mean, if this is the first time you're watching Alter Ego,
One
getting the
enemy
hype,
remaining.
not just because of what Ray 4C does, moving around, being pesky with the shotgun, but the rest of the team. Incredible riflers, great decisions, and they found that recovery in the first half, at least to mitigate the
Spike
post-plant rounds there of DSG, right? And now on the attacking side, this is them taking advantage of the strength of their composition, running that Neon with the ISO, getting the space that they need to get into these post-plants.
Oh, DSG have been having trouble trying to occupy that said space. But like I said, there's just not too much utility they have, really. Barring Wayne and Styron and maybe Crazy Guy. But the point is, like, the duels here, they just don't provide value outside of the fight. Unlike the relay bolt, the break, what else? The shield, maybe?
Yeah, no, the shield's big. The shield and the undercut both get so much value here for Alter Ego, and you can see it makes a world of difference.
Maybe we're finally entering an age where people prefer the duelist that can provide value outside of just fighting.
Just wait for the Neon nerf and say that again.
Maybe we're entering a new age of duelists that... Yeah, okay. I mean, the thing is...
Uh-huh.
Turret out.
What's your
I
point,
didn't
Chief?
even think Neon was that bad before, like, the buff. She was definitely usable, but right now she's just straight up oppressive.
Yeah. Just even without these picks, right? Ray 4C providing value with presence. Nakia, Valden on point with the shots so far. A quick take two. Here towards mid-connector. The speed of the Neon allowing that mid-presence to happen earlier on. And Shud actually, goes for the warning shots. He's really trying to keep one of DSG around the area. And Darion, he's the one who's gonna hold back for now.
Look how deep Ray 4C is. I don't even think they know he's this close to actually infiltrating the spawn. DSG, they have both of their duelists setting up towards A, and none of them are really in a position to trade for each other, so this could be a small risk that they're taking. And look at this. Alter Ego, they regroup towards A, and Darion doesn't even have dash prep.
No.
Uh,
That's heartbreaking. He had the chance to get a pick onto Nakia, and with it instead, Nakia, he hit someone with a kill contract. He's back to full HP. There you go, 150.
Oh, no.
Happy, ready, and looking against Wayne, but Wayne is a different kind of monster to deal with. And Wayne's back immediately in action. Vera also finds the pick onto Ray 4C. Got already catching out Crazy Guy in response. 3v3 though into the post plant. Vera trying to go for the cross. Nice smoke here, courtesy of Wayne. Shock darts though, still trying to find the chip. Damage gotten now by the smoke. It's already gotten getting the pick, but Styron ends it all. And DSG, they'll take that round, but that win from Wayne really kicked off the post plant retake there for the defense.
I thought Shud didn't have to peek there. I mean, no matter what would happen, they would have an extra body to play around with, but again, hindsight, maybe. DSG, they have lockdown available if they try to fight for one of these orbs, or if Styron is gonna find a frag here. But we have to emphasize this too. DSG is 2 away from taking this map.
Yeah. And they're 2 away from forcing out a third map here, Raph. And in any case, Alter Ego now. A timeout called just because They're struggling really against this backline. Whenever you still have an anchor presence from DSG, it's tough for AE to feel safe on the post plant compared to the utility that DSG had a while ago in those post plant scenarios. Alter Ego, they need the picks, especially with the ISO, and when someone like Wayne just confidently wins the 1v1, you know you're in trouble.
I mean, you said it. Despite getting all the advantages in the world, despite getting that ISO shield, Wayne still pushed his team over the hill. But again, I feel like regardless of what would have happened in that duel, there was just a fumble in that post plant. Like, they already have such an obnoxious plant spot already. They didn't have to swing it. But again, maybe hindsight is 2020. Wayne still has that orbital in hand too. So they could probably make use of that in this round.
It's not the best buy though here for DSG. Alter Ego, a war chest from the 3-round streak they had prior. Destabilized. Speaking of now, they even have the overdrive plus 2 more ultimates to utilize here. Ray 4C, as per usual, connector cleared. They get that mid presence that they would like, but look at the peak, courtesy of Crazy Guy. Ambitious to try and find one, but Nokia got in, protecting that part of the map. Darion really trying to get on the board here. The Owl Drone spots him, he primes the dash, Valden just backs away from that one.
Not a fight they would have wanted taken anyway, as Valden trying to go back to his team. 10 seconds away from a dart, so they can slow this down as much as they want. DSG still holding strong. They have Darion to thank for all this B main control, and in fact, if AE want to re-hit this, for sure they're gonna meet a lot of resistance, but
right here,
maybe that cage throw is gonna telegraph the potential intent for that A hit soon. DSG, they don't bite on it either.
Yeah, they're pinging already towards the top side of the site. Vieira though, ready for action. Overdrive pop, double taps there too, but Vieira has found the one and disengages before Nokia can trade him there. Dario now peeking out of the smoke. DSG, they were ready for whatever AE would throw at them. Sure, the Cosmic Divide into play, but Ray 4C plays retrieval instead. Chundo catching Darion now, but Ray 4C might run into this one. Styron, stable and steady. That's the round already for DSG.
10 seconds left.
No doubt. It feels like Alter Ego were a bit lost from that. They met a little bit of pushback towards B main and decided to try and scout out the rest of the map. They did, yes, but they ended up walking to an absolute trap toward Halls here. And maybe, just maybe, if they waited a little bit longer for Chud to confirm that B main was safe, they could have started their pinch. DSG in a happy lead, just like these happy stuffed animals.
The other day, Pilsky was putting some voices on the squirrel. It was pretty funny.
Really?
The biggest Neon hater. Pilsky and the squirrel. But in any case, you're right, DSG. They're one away from taking their map pick. And we've seen some more dominant rounds here for DSG. Alter Ego tries to contest yet again. Ray 4C setting up the fast lane. Nokia one more time. The value really between the contingency plus his peak itself. Double tap now prime. And the swarms though try and do some burn damage. Spike planted. Styron has the lockdown on hand, and Styron even catching Ray 4C. Sees him coming, but Nokia is the one who wasn't spotted. Lear's there, and then double up again. Nokia always there to lend in the helping hand. Got now in a good position to play by Secret. Dangerous to meditate in that close quarters, but Nokia, a third even. The ISO has found more and more in this round, and Darion has to play savers here, because the op, they need it for the next one.
Well, they do. Like you mentioned, it was a tough spot to meditate in, but hey, if you find your piece in the middle of the war, go ahead. Just not maybe in front of all these bullets. DSG, they have the off in hand, but they seriously still need to find value with it. I mean, the round prior, they zoned out Alter Ego, forced them to go into an awkward spot in the map. But once again, you kind of need a bit more concrete contribution of that operator.
Yeah. Just Darion, he's having a tough day at the office here. Nokia, on the other hand, the heaps of praises, but just the awareness of Nokia on this ISO has been pivotal The fast lane alongside the contingency is so oppressive to deal with. Plus, you have a guy with a shield peeking at you. You can see why he's found success here in this game.
I'm out of here. Shortcut.
Honestly, I like Darion on the Sentinel. His Sentinel was great. Like, we know he made his bones on this jet, but for now, DSG's actually finding success with everything else but the...
Yo, that's ironic. Ray4C, a taste of his own medicine. He's the one usually getting the buckshot now, even chunking more. Knock your balls. Wayne's good for the double. And here we go again. Master Wayne has called in the orbital from above. The flames are there. And the pick comes on in for the fourth. This is the end, as DSG will bleed AE out. 13-8 on per...
To occupy. Plus the verticality helps you Cypher setups. And let's just say you have the Raze Rocket. And somebody's holding both. It just becomes that much more difficult to dodge. But again, that's just a preference thing, I think.
Brother, that's like a different dimension from what we're seeing right now. Neon for Ray4C. He did make that swap when he used to play Raze a lot in VCT on this map. Some points there made, and did they really expect this guys to actually bring out the Cypher here? That's the big question. But you gotta remember, back when this guys had Juicy and the roster, they loved to amplify the strengths with double duelists. Now that Darion's in the picture, more flexibility, can play some more stable roles. Into the action we go.
Here.
Alter Ego on the defense, and DSG, the flash to pop, the suppress is there, and Vera looking for a fight early on.
I'm gonna miss that smoke.
Okay.
Wait, no, I think it still will land, but the one way towards B won't. But like you mentioned, a lot of early fights potentially would be found, but again, this time both teams are really cautious of each other. If we haven't seen it just yet, you know, Wayne has been popping off, Gon has had his moments, Darion 2 on Bind, Vera on that Reyna. Ray4C has had a few multi-kills here too, and the list just goes on. So right now they're respecting each other's firepower, and they're looking to bleed out all this utility as early as they can.
And Gotham, he's gotten into the wine area there. The dart though for the clear, and Gotham gets even escape by this point. Reinforcements in the name of Ray4C to try and bail him out, but there's just no escape. Fragment down through the smoke, and Gotham, he was almost there. The escape mission was a possibility, but
left.
DSG get the pick, but at the cost of a lot of time here.
A lot of time and an important piece on that hit. But wow. Again, it's Vera getting scalped almost immediately by the Sentinel here. But that's 15 seconds, Dax. They have to commit to somewhere here.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. Fine. Valde, no, not the timing.
10 seconds left.
Not like this. But Nokia, he has a chance to play spoiler. There's cover by the boxes, and Darion finds the trade anyway. Alter Ego now rushing on through with Ray4C. Tries to play from mid into the market. Numbers advantage here for the SG, but Crazy Guy is but a single pellet away from a pistol. Doors broken here by Ray4C. Chud tries to find at least a peek on out towards main. They have an idea. The Crazy Guy is nearby. Can they afford the time? Styron's head seen. Chud already with the clear. Styron though, able to catch the Neon in the act, and Chud is all alone now. Impactful with the pick so far. There's an angle also to work with the turret. Darion ducks for cover, and Darion this time. There he goes to get the win. It's a pistol here for this guys.
I thought for sure that should have been the reset point for the Ghost, but I guess the game decided not to be the case. And now DSG, they lead the way with this pistol round find. Ray4C still going for that shotgun. Now, I don't think there's any problem on Ascent. In fact, I feel like the judge has really made its way on this map. At least out of all the OG maps, right? Because Split used to be the shotgun map. I think Ascent has definitely gotten its mileage off of this, but wait a minute. That is such a ballsy move by Vera.
Yeah, Vera gets in there, Ray4C falls, and Gotham. It didn't work the first time, it's not gonna work a second. DSG trying to teach a man a lesson. And Alter Ego on the eco, just giving up the rest of the site. DSG right now. It's an interesting shift also, since Crazy Guy is your Sova, is one of the best Sovas in Pacific overall. Styre's the one shifting over to the KO, and it seems like he's still feeling comfortable anyway on it.
Same role, different agent. The same agent, same role. Well, at least on the side of Crazy Guy. But look at this. Naki could find a few here.
Yeah, DSG. It's looking clean, and they're also playing it so safe right now. Waiting for the rotates. Nice kill, though, by Valdin. At least do some damage, and that's a free gun. And it's because he has the classic skin of the champion team, you know. He has the EVG classic, so no surprise, some damage done, but DSG will get a second.
Oh, the pain of being a Heretics fan. Anywho, enough of being reminded what transpired in the last Champions. DSG looked to be in a good amount of control here. In fact, their weaponry would probably be enough to contest this buy. I'm looking to see how many half armors there are on Alter Ego to be realistically worried about, but it's only Nakia, and I doubt that Nakia is gonna be playing first contact anyway. DSG, they still have to be very careful of the stacks. They don't wanna sacrifice too much for absolutely nothing.
That's a bonus anyway for DSG, and they're well kitted actually. 2 rifles in hand, mid control already taken. They're putting the pressure on Alter Ego here with a sight line towards market. Ray 4C looking for any kind of opening here with the judge. DSG is already on it, but Crazy Guy, he's trying to bait things out here, Raph. A reload with the Guardian, making all the noise in the world. Disguise though has a Who willing to wait that timer on out, but Ray 4C, now he goes for the peek. That's a freebie. That's another. They say buy one, take one, but he'll just take 2 instead, and that's a spike also dropped. Vera tried to find any opening, but Nakia shuts the door on him.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. A with the limited numbers that they had earlier, quickly equalizing everything off the back of that strong double kill by Ray 4C. And like I mentioned, there are really areas of the map where the judge can really bring the pain. And now DSG on that bonus, I feel like that was the one thing they didn't want to happen, because once again, Alter Ego kind of came away with that scot-free. Sure, they lost Valdin, but everything else just kind of went the way of Alter Ego.
And that's kind of it, right? Because the judge costs around half, a little bit more than that, of the Vandals. They're always going to have someone to buy on up for a new rifle if they only lose a single casualty. And Alter Ego, ready for the fight yet again as DSG go for the buy this time around. The dart though forcing Darion out. The tag with the cam will prevent Chud from doing the same. So B main, at the very least, left to a default state. DSG on the other hand, they have realized Ray 4C likes to play this angle. Crazy Guy being a bit careful and just waiting to see if the Neon will peek out here.
Well, the patience is definitely there for Ray 4C. And you can see the second thoughts on Crazy Guy. Like, wait a minute. I know something is up. Oh, imagine if he jumped forward and found that frag. But in any case, they've scouted out where he is. Now DSG will reconsider their options.
Yeah, just dips in and out now. Vera, though, throwing out the cloud burst, and here comes DSG onto the side. A beautiful flash, courtesy of Styron. Paranoia, though, avoided by Chud. A fighting chance in the boathouse, but DSG is just getting everyone else. Chud, he's left to be a witness to all of this. Now he's a one-man army, getting 2. A hope, perhaps, but the dart will say no, and DSG clean it up to get a 3rd.
Can't get over that owl, Silva. It's too cute.
This game feels like it's
so
gone to such a, I don't know, crawling pace. But once again, when you're on a map like Ascent where you would assume everybody's well practiced on and has had probably thousands upon thousands of rounds on, you would kind of be aware of the tricks that people would employ just to take rounds away on this map. And I wouldn't be surprised, Dax, if we go back to the good old Recon Dart and Odin towards B.
Can't go wrong with it. Come on, it's Ascent. All these walls are flimsy. But take notes of the scoreboard right now. Darion, I think by this point, either improving on his kills from Pearl. Actually, yeah, he's had 6 on the board. A better game and a better showing. Now he's back on the Sentinel role. DSG, They've gotten mid for free so much in this game. You see them get the speed to control, market control, and it might be a point of weakness Alter Ego will look to alleviate down the line.
How quick is that response going to be, though? I mean,
My camera is destroyed.
yes, it's super early, but you want to build upon this as much as you can. And... Oh, it's a different puzzle for Ray4C to solve, and can't really put the circle in the square slot. It did get awkward really fast.
Yeah, I was looking for the second slide, but no dice. DSG instead now putting the pressure on towards Cubby. But look at the play from DSG. We've seen these fast rotates ever since round number 1. But Chud even through the smoke, catching out Darion from the shadows from Wayne. Confirms that B is easy to claim here for DSG.
Spike planted.
4v4. Chud does have a lockdown, but I think he gets caught out by KO's suppress here, so that's gonna be a lot of time being burned.
Smoke's gone, and Vera is fast on the trigger. Vera's not done! He gets a double before he's found. Crazy guy, a familiar position. A strong angle towards B main. Gotten. Oh, it's Gotten who's caught first. And Crazy guy just knocks them both down. The tin cans fall, and it's DSG who's ready to go for another round.
DSG, a 4-1 start, and Alter Ego, they have to go for this timeout. We have seen them dig themselves out of this type of situation in the previous maps, but again, this is not a position where you want to put yourself in, especially against a team that, as someone proven to be very read heavy and is very aware of your tendencies, because I guess the most concrete example now is how they've been dealing with Ray4C on that tree position. And Ray has, undoubtedly tried to mix that up, his slide timing and how far he might push forward. But Alter Ego have been meeting a lot more resistance towards Catwalk. DSG, yeah.
I was gonna say it's a small area of control, but look at how much AE gives up. DSG just get mid for free on a round-for-round basis.
That's true. I mean, it is like a round-per-round observation on both of these teams, but
Right here.
again, on the scoreboard, Alter Ego has fallen behind. Maybe it's the time of day we're in. Maybe people are getting tired, but you have to be awake in a match with this type of bearing.
It's okay, Raph. Stay strong. I know you're still recovering from your sickness here, but we got DSG.
We strong.
Well, you strong. DSG is looking strong though, and just the lack of mid control from AE just opened up B side how many times. Now then, the pressure's towards B, and that's exactly what Alter Ego's looking for. To get the alert of Darion. Nokia also nasty! What was that, Alter Ego? The thrifty in such quick manner. But Nokia! I got chills after that one. Ooh.
You gotta see that again.
Very
quick.
Spike down A.
Oh. But that's also because DSG have been stubborn on that smoke. I think that's like the second time or third time they pushed that one way. Granted, Alter Ego weren't really putting any resistance towards that area of the map anyway, up until that point. Now we have DSG, despite losing that Eagle, will still have enough for an arsenal.
No, but Ray4C gets in there. DSG, on the other hand, prep for the contact. Nokia, though, feeling the heat after the last round. And Alter Ego contesting for mid. Nokia, though, still sharp on the shot before he's found. We're left to a 2v2, but you can see the wounds here for DSG already.
Hopefully they're not too deep for them to kind of bleed out, but both of the sides here have managed to pocket themselves in a manner where they're not going to be running into each other. Alter Ego definitely are at a disadvantage in terms of information, but Chud might just have to double time this.
Timing unfortunate for Gotham and Crazy Guy and Darion. The veterans have made their way in towards B sites. Good recovery from DSG to weather the storm that Alter Ego threw at them, but here we go again. Spike planted, but the problem is the lockdown's there. Hunter's Fury is the response. Darion needs to play Protector. Well, Crazy Guy's busy with this one. Destroys the ultimate. The crazy guy, is he ready? Answer is yes! Salute to him as he's gotten low. The HP. Darion though! His head is found! An alter ego! It was almost despair, but they'll take the win still. In the third round here for AE.
Oh my goodness. Gotten has once again bailed Alter Ego out that situation, and I like the idea of trying to push forward while the Hunter's Fury was still up, but they just couldn't cover enough ground to secure that temporary 2v1. But at the end of the day, it's still gone clutching it out for his team. And DSG, probably one of those things where you can't really be too mad about, because those are two really crispy shots.
Alter Ego. They always have a chance with these kind of hits. Vera though, fast in, fast pick. Looking for more. Chud though finds a double. An impressive hold here by Chud, and he gets 2 rounds of safety for now. Clips back online, but crazy guy with the overrun. DSG just go for the full stand. Wade though, even catching Ray4C through the wall anyway. Styron, there's pressure. It's now a 1v1. Wade versus Gotten. Clutch players on both sides, but Gotten gets the read, and Gotten gets it done again. We're tied up now.
Expensive as it was, it's still another round. Welcome for Alter Ego here as they claw their way back to this scoreline. Chud making handy work of the players trying to break through his sight. DSG doing a good job of keeping it as expensive as it was. But still, this won't really hurt the efforts of Alter Ego. They have 3 ultimates on the board. And on the side of Disguise, they don't have any big team fighting ult to speak of.
Here.
Every time we see DSG get off to a good start in the series, a convincing dominant start, Raph, Alter Ego eventually finds the answer. That timeout to be more proactive with the Neon. Doing wonders here. Jasper is playing pivotal for the team and their adjustments. Alvin now gets the intel. DSG go for the cross and through the smoke. The spray is solid. Styron gets clocked there. Paranoia also from Gotten now. TP Su. A safe position by the staircase. DSG rethinking their plans to play into B. Look to see if we can find any impact over onto that A lurk, but not right now. Vera, crazy guy, considering their options to smoke out too. As DSG will have to hold position for now.
Have to play the waiting game here. Tyron services are going to be awfully missed. I'm not entirely sure why Vera would push up that far in. 4v3 is not a good time for DSG, which is why Darion will be the life of the party here, Dax, to equalize the numbers.
Couldn't get up close enough. There's 2 players beside him, and eventually Darion flushed out by Gotten. The A site, though, wide open now here, Raph. And crazy guy with the plant, DSG, look to set on up. Wayne, he's playing a bit patiently over onto Garden. Just trying to keep away from the sightlines here of both Gotten and Chud. Crazy guy beat a distraction, though. Paranoia is perfection, and DSG find the moment in the middle of the round. The dart's there, but here comes Chud through the smoke inside. It's a Coliseum. That crazy guy will win in battle. A 3K for the Sova and a 5th round here for DSG.
Hard fought to get the lead back, and it's been a bloody endeavor for them. You had a few stumbles here and there, especially with some of these fights towards mid. Even bigger on the side of Valden, maybe just was not aware of the cage dissipating or if the Cypher was that deep onto the site. Either way, Darion has flipped script and has been providing a lot of volume for DSG now. This half still looks like it can go either way. DSG will most likely take this round. There is a Hunter's Fury on the side of Valden, as well as an overdrive on Ray4C to maybe reinforce other current armory. But it doesn't look like they're going to force anything here, Dax, as they're just going to be moving towards their safe zones.
I mean, Alter Ego has a lot of options here. Hunter's Fury and the overdrive. All you need to do is wait out that suppress from Styron. And DSG taking no chances. More of a default. Always marking up the tree area after what Ray4C has done in this game. Mid, though, as per usual, controlled here by Disguise, but still no contact. Alter Ego just playing relatively safe here, trying to see what opening they can get.
Well, what cracks in the defense can they really abuse? Alter Ego not gonna have too much success with the classic. But Chud manages to stay alive.
Yeah, and Valden also able to mop that one up. Chud! How are you getting away with this? How are you still here? Eventually now the classics found and DSG decide to sweep them away. It got a little more contested than it should have, but this guy still get the round anyway.
Alter Ego have a second chance at these last 2 rounds to maybe bring it back to their side of the court. But DSG, they have every single tool that they could possibly want, and I think this is probably one of the most even frag distributions we're seeing on their side, Dax, because there was at one point Wayne was really like offloading a lot of that offense on his shoulders.
Wayne's been doing it throughout the series. I'd say the same. Forgotten too. And Alter Ego now staring at a bit of a deficit as this guys do go for the usual antics. Check out mid. Safe for rotate though. Through the spawn, knowing that Ray 4C is nearby. And Ray 4C, I haven't seen this too much from him actually in this series. An op in hand for the Neon.
It's an interesting choice. It's a really weird looking shotgun, but hey, you know, whatever floats your boat. As DSG, they're still trying to poke and prod at this defensive configuration, and Farah can have the Q for that dash, but will still manage to dash his way onto lane. Now Valden will be the first line of contact.
Yeah, crazy guy also hunt this Fury forward the cover. Looking for any kind of pick. Not gonna happen. Valden gets away with his life. They do note though the crazy guy is around B main and Shut silently crawling to get that pick. Alter Ego now. Man advantage on the retake. Mira though shutting down Knockout. Darion also with the answer. And DSG contesting lane has been a position of power, but Gotten now. This wades Wayne to back on away. Another 1-for-1. And Gotten tries to infiltrate, but Styron is marking that corner. DSG found the risky plays of Alter Ego, and they'll take the round because of it.
Before the switch.
DSG looking really good now. Operator not available as an option for Alter Ego, regardless of who might drop what. Disguised, they are looking mighty confident with this lineup, and like I mentioned, Dax, everybody has been picking it up. Styron getting 1,000,000 assists too is really helping their cause. Alter Ego though, they're legitimately one stray bullet away to the head. At least all of them are with his half armor.
A stronger contestant from Ray 4C. So Press is there though, and he gets away with his life, but barely. Styron's answer with a null command. A good beginning here for DSG. And Alter Ego now. Low HP on the Neon, need to tuck Ray 4C away. The Alter no looking for any kind of intel. Now Mira wants to lead that charge. Turret broken, but Chud dips in and out for that pick. We see the Neon now on site. Chud also low HP, but Chud is just way too sharp on the shot. 2 big picks here for the Killjoy. DSG stuck by B main, and they have to respect it.
Well, they have a pretty safe rotate, but it's going to be Wayne to put himself on the side first. Now he can't plant this too quickly because his teammates have a decently long jog ahead of them. Alter Ego, they know the plans of DSG. They're just waiting for that spike to go down. You have to be careful. The Odin can still do some serious damage here.
Yeah, this is the first time we see an Odin in the game. Last round of the first half of all things, but here comes the burst from Alter Ego. 5 looking to go for the retake. Lockdown also for the pressure, but crazy guy gets 2 of his own. Alter Ego responded kind. There's no escape for Styron as AE still scrounge a 5th to end the first half.
DSG, despite everything, still managed to take this with the lead. Although Alter Ego looking like they're...
Hey, do we get one more overtime for this series too? Alter Ego though, it's time for them to send it off on the attacking side. We're looking to see what impact Ray 4C can really do with the Neon here. But Wayne prepped. You also have Styron playing alongside him towards the dice and generator area, and AE right now trying to light things up. A dart sent. Even Crazy Guy getting in position, but Nakia, a flash now into play. Ray 4C moving towards the Jenny, blinded though. Wayne's aim can be set, and with the close distance, it's AE getting 2 already. But look who's still alive! Look who's still fighting! It's Wayne again, ready to be the hero that DSG needs, the hero that DSG deserves, and Wayne does it all in the end! Master Wayne take about a 3K there to take the pistol.
My goodness. We talk about Wayne being the reliable option. And sometimes that doesn't equate to flashy plays or insane mechanical beast, but it seems like he's all in one, Dax. And to sustain that in such a long series is also another impressive feat here. Everybody is still holding on the side of DSG, but Wayne is definitely making it easier for everybody on his team.
It just goes to show DSG, past and present, have had some of the best talents from Singapore in under their banner. Vera also wants to join that conversation. The anti-eco outlaw, oppressive as per usual. But here we go with Brave 4C trying his best to get that pick. Falden instead, the one to pick it up. But the cover from Crazy Guy is so reliable. DSG, they do it again. And in 2 quick rounds, it's now 9-5.
DSG are looking to put this to bed. As Alter Ego are still struggling for survival. They will have their rifles on the board here. And Disguised, they do have a decent armory to contest. But granted, it is still a bonus, so I doubt that there's anything that's gonna surprise us at this point, Dax.
Yeah, just gotta wonder, what does Alter Ego have here left in the tank?
Gotta go.
Chud already's gone to low HP. We just started the round and the wall bang there, perhaps from what, Crazy Guy? From there, yo, it's just nasty.
Oh. Well,
This way.
Chud has
The
been
garden, I
lurking.
think.
Yeah. Well, Chud on that lurk duty. It's definitely not going to make his job easier because now he's going to be a bit more, I guess, reserved, taking those fights more so now. Because DSG, they're really patient with this, but there could be a lot of trouble brewing around tree.
Styron somebody that first contact. Ray 4C. We're in the fast lane in mid, expecting the fight there, but Styron! It's always so ironic to see Ray 4C get hit by the judge. Vera also finding one more, and DSG a stranglehold onto these nooks and crannies, man. These choke points, too suffocating for Alter Ego to cross. And a bonus on the flawless. DSG in prime position to take this.
That they are. And I did say there were going to be too many things out of the ordinary in that bonus. But once again, just smart placement on the side of DSG, as well as picking their ranges for a lot of those weapons, making it that much more of a harrowing effort for Alter Ego. They did pick up a bunch of free upgrades too. So that's going to bolster their economy even more so. Alter Ego, they look for a pretty classical B setup, but they're getting shredded to bits now.
Yeah, and Ray 4C just walks into that one. Styron's knife saves the day. And DSG are on a rampage. Alter Ego needs to find the answer in faster after running out of rounds to give. It has snowballed out of control. What was 7-5 a while ago. And this was a bit quick, by the way. Chance, but Gotham tries his best. It's not good enough. 11-5 now. 4 rounds in a row. And let's not forget how quick these rounds have gone.
You're right. I mean, we were just talking about how important some of these swing rounds are for Alter Ego. And how DSG are just so ready for it. It does kind of feel like the creativity of Alter Ego have maybe emptied at least before this timeout, because it just felt like, okay, let's let Chud lurk and then we're gonna go 4 people on the site. And it just feels like they're not willing to fight for control anymore.
I want to say this is where DSG has really proven their experience. They're bolstered by 2 veterans from the Tier 1 scene, from Bleed Esports. They have so much, I'd say, patience, really, against Alter Ego. And when Alter Ego tries to hit fast, hitting hard, it's still DSG who has all the lines of control. We saw a while ago, during the bonus of DSG, they just kept their cool and calm. They didn't fall for the fake out towards mid there, even with the fast lane. And damn, just DSG looking so convincing. We always say Ascent, a map of fundamentals, right, Raph? It's a map that really proves how strong your team can really be. And right now, DSG is showing that strength. And not only that, it's your Ascent standard. The AWP is ready, the Odin is ready. DSG has everything they would like and more to try and get a few more rounds to finish this off.
This is pretty much
Here.
on the rocks as a map. No frills, nothing added to the mix. And it is just as raw as it gets. And Alter Ego, without their tricks, it feels like they're getting a little lost. I mean, the Vice was really, really impressive, Dax, as well as God's clutches and whatnot. But once again, when you are reduced to your absolute bones, you have to still contribute, still do well.
Yeah, the experience is providing a big factor here for DSG. But you've said it, Raph. AE, a strong start into the series. And unfortunately, for this roster, it has tapered off down the line. Here we go, though. A hit now over on the A side. And Alter Ego wants to make us believers. It's this chance, and it's their time. Valdin with the plant.
Spike
You get a
planted.
5v5 retake here.
There's going to be a clean slate up until this round timer is going to hit critical mass for DSG. They're taking their time, and I wouldn't necessarily say the AWP is the best weapon to retake with. Iron has to be on point with these flashes, though, to help his team.
Lineup comes on in. Paranoia too, to keep everything contained. Darion, though, sees some targets, but Nokia has always been a war machine here, and it's good for his first. Valdin also on the other side. Valdin now delivers the pick. Crazy guy tried to finish things off. Odin here on hand, but they don't know that Nokia's still around. Nokia tries to darn this. Gothen's still around. Chud's there too. And Alter Ego in that chaos. They still have the fight in them here.
Found a lifeline for themselves and avoid a shutout. DSG getting a little crazy with their weapon choices, somewhat catching up to them. Again, that operator was not the easiest thing to maneuver with. It does look like they are going to contest mid just a little bit. Alter Ego, they go for yet another 4-1 spread, but this time it's probably going to be gone with his... Actually, the lack of from the shadows. Lurking around with a spike.
Yeah.
Huh, that's an interesting choice, to say the least.
It's a little curious, and it's a bold strategy here for AE. But I do believe it's a convergence from AE to cross from B towards that A side. Fast lanes used. Valdin and the rest just knows that there's presence nearby. Vera also has the operator here, and AE play it safe and reconvene towards A main here.
Well, they relink up with a spike. It was a very important thing for them. They didn't want to drop that without any fight. As
Rap.
DSG, they're
I do
still...
think,
I
I do think... Oh, Wayne's gonna find that pick there. Ray 4C is already gone. But Hunter's Fury here from DSG also. Tempering a few expectations. AE, now a chance to go for a re-hit here.
No charges.
Well, Vera certainly gets one with the operator, but without the dash, he's still as vulnerable as ever. Valdin will get one for himself, but time's still winding down, Dax, and Wayne is doing so much damage again. Chud, last member alive, will get caught.
It's heartbreaking here for Alter
30
Ego.
seconds left.
The spike out of reach here for Chud. And DSG even get the good flash going. Darion's there to end it all, and DSG have made it to series points.
Match point.
I was curious, what were you trying to say earlier during
so
the scramble?
I do think that Alter Ego kind of expected a blade play from Vera. And that's why they stacked up B main, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but they haven't done that, like, at all.
Exactly.
Oh, with the 2 blade storms Vera's had, they've never bothered with it. But I guess that's a good read to have still, you know, just to be aware of that. At the same time, it's not like they couldn't have just thrown the 0 point at it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for Alter Ego. And it has been an incredible series so far throughout these days. Ray 4C looking to find any kind of impact. The fast lane set on up. Darion. Utility suppressed for the time being. Valdin tries to find the pick. Tags Vera instead. Alter Ego, though, they get the plant going anyway.
Well, they set up for yet another clean retake here, but with the weaker weapons, AE have to get creative with this. Barrett does have the Blade Storm out.
Jump start.
so much.
Doing some chip damage. Good. There goes Mount first. And DSG! In a blink of an eye, AE go to the lower bracket. This guy's a commanding second half to take the series and take this last map 13-6.